where we use the Ayurvedic principles. And what we're working with today is what's called a Sattvic practice, a practice that is uplifting. So it's going to move us into more stillness and more peace of mind. And so that's our practice. And I know I usually say the doshas, but we're working with the psychological constitution in Ayurveda, which are called the gunas. And that means we're working with Sattva, Raja, and Tamas. And we are moving all of those psychological forces up towards being more Sattvic, which helps us feel at peace, which helps us give us clarity of mind. So let's get that practice going. And we're going to actually start out today laying on the ground, completely flat, like you're in Shavasana, corpse pose. So laying down on your back. Okay. All right. So laying on your back, and we're going to start out in stillness, right? We're wanting to move towards being Sattvic, feeling more peaceful, having more stillness in the body. So we start out being still, and then bringing one hand at your belly and the other hand at your heart. And begin to breathe into your belly and your pelvis. Fill it up. And then release. Inhale through the nose. And if you need to, you can exhale out of the mouth a few times just to release the day, release any tension built up. And then once you've released, you can bring your awareness into just breathing through the nose, in and out of the nose. And now begin to breathe into the chest and fill the chest and the lungs and the side body. Fill all the way up into the collarbone. Really expanding and letting your sternum lift up and reach into your palm. All right, and we're going to connect the two breaths. So begin by filling up your pelvis and your belly, gradually moving it up into the solar plexus, diaphragm, up into the chest and collarbone. Let it all out through the nose. Full breath, filling up the entire torso. And letting it all out. And doing 2 more breaths just like that. And 1 more. And then releasing your hands to your side and drawing your right knee into your chest. And open it up to the side. Let the left arm extend out. Then bringing the right leg up and taking it across the body. Extend your right arm out. Start to just open up the body. Use breath to move into all the crevices of the body where you might have tension and stiffness. This is one of those poses when you open up and do a big twist like this. It removes stiffness out of the center of the spine and then releasing from there and letting the legs straighten. Now, if you can use a strap. Interlace your fingers behind the leg. Good. And then start moving your hands up the leg. Keep your head down. Flex your foot. Push through your heel. Good, and then we're gonna drop that knee. So you're gonna grab the baby toe side of the foot and drop the knee into your armpit, into your right armpit. And then taking this right foot, bringing the left leg up and bringing the foot onto that left leg just above the knee. So you are between the ankle and the heel. That space right there goes on the knee. Interlace your fingers at the hamstring. Now, as you do that, push into the back of your pelvis. We want to bring some lumbar curve back. Good, then we're going to drop that left foot down. Now push the right leg over the left and wrap the toes around the calf. Open up again, and now drop your legs to the left side. So we're going into another twist. You can use a block here if you need it. And again, you're breathing. Now you should be able to go a little deeper because we've already done this stretch. Breathe into that side body. And then releasing out of that, releasing your foot. And now you're taking your left knee, draw it in, extend your right leg to the ground, draw it in. And then open up that leg. Take your right arm, so you're opening up, it's a bent knee, to the left side. Right arm opens up. And pause there. When we're moving towards a Sattvic practice and wanting to have more of a Sattvic practice, then what we are wanting to do is really draw in more stillness, being more deliberate. We want to get away from that more rajasic type of practice, which is more like the power yoga or the hot yoga. It's very rajasic. It's very dynamic. It's all about movement. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're tamasic, right? If you've got inertia, then going to a rajaic type of practice is fantastic. It's really good for you. Bringing that leg up and moving it across. But eventually, we got to move away from that super active practice into more of a practice that brings in stillness, that brings in peace, that brings in clarity of mind. So you've got that leg going across the body. Absolutely. You can use a block here, support the leg. And now you're breathing into that side body. Maybe having a little bit more stillness, less talk, no music or TV in the background. All of that is very rajasic or rajaic. Rajas is, remember, it's all about movement, stimulating, causes you to have sensations. Nothing wrong with it. We need that. We're having a human experience. But today, our practice is about moving beyond that and then coming out of that. And we're going to straighten that leg. And again, you can use a strap or just interlace your fingers behind the leg. Flex your foot, push through your heel. And if you want to use a strap, you just place it on the foot, push through your heel, and then you can hold. But I want you to keep your head down. Woo. I have so much going on this leg. Torn labrum, no ACL. So fun. Good. And then from there, we're going to grab that baby toe side of the foot, drop the knee into your armpit. Yep. Keep dropping it down. Nice. Breathe into that. Good. And then taking that left foot and placing between the ankle and the heel. Remember this spot, but on the other side. Baby toe side, just above the knee on the right leg. Interlace your fingers. Now, as you interlace your fingers here, I want you to actively press into the sacrum. Press. Then dropping the right knee down. Now you're going to push the left leg right over and then wrap the foot around if you can. And then shifting your hips just slightly to the left. Drop your knees down to the right side and extend your left arm out. Now you should have a much deeper opening here than we did on our first rotation. You can use a block here. I need it because I have a torn labrum here. So make those modifications if you need to, if you've got an injury, or if you're just not quite as flexible yet. That's a process. Opening up, feeling really good. Good, then releasing out of that and removing your block if you were using it. Find your heels and we're going to press up into bridge. Now, if you can, use a block between your knees and lift up. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Now, notice the position of your neck. You're maintaining natural curve in the cervical spine. And you're also engaging what's called Jalahara Bandha, a lock in the throat, a bandha. Now, at the same time, I want you to engage the navel. Just holding that pose. Engaging your back body. Now, if you can, extend your right leg out while you're holding the block and just hold it. Hold. Longer. Not up, you guys. Out. Goes right out from the knee. Good. Now switch sides and do the other side. Strengthening that back body. Good. Then release. Lower your pelvis. Draw your knees in. Yeah, excellent. We're going to roll to one side and then bring ourselves up into a crawling position. So separate your knees right underneath the hip. Hands are going to go a little wider. Drop the belly, look up, and then round. Drop the belly, look up, and then round. Do that a couple more times. Look up and round. And one more. Look up and round. And then moving into a very stable core here, you're going to extend your right leg with the left arm. Then release down and extend the left leg with the right arm. Be very deliberate, right? We want to be very aware of what we're doing, not getting caught up in too much stimulation. We want to really encourage that purity of mind, that peace of mind. And then release. And doing that again. You're going to go right leg, left arm. Reach back, grab your foot if you can. Look up. Good. Then from there, push the right leg up and push back. Three-legged dog. Then step that leg forward. Go into warrior one and reach up. Pause. Your arms going alongside the ears. Lifting your heart. So we want to encourage the heart lifting, opening up. Then straightening your leg, release your arms to the side and go all the way down. Release your hands. Now, encourage your right hip back, left hip forward. Now, if you need to use a block, you can use 2 blocks, one on either side. Or you can just take one block, place both hands, and draw your head down. Straighten that front leg. Cultivating stillness. And then from there, stepping back, down dog. Drop down onto your hands and knees again. Extend your left leg with your right arm. Reach back and grab your foot. Lift. Then release. The hand goes to the ground and push up. Three-legged dog. And step that left leg forward. And again, you're going to come up into warrior one. Reach. Open up. Nice. Arms are going alongside the ear, you guys. Take your chest up and your head. Eyes gazing up. Draw your navel in. Then from there, straightening your leg and releasing your arms down to the side. Drop your hands all the way down the leg. And again, you can use a block. And drop down. Now, left hip moves back. Right hip forward. And you're holding this with stillness. If you're up a little higher, you guys, it's fine. You could be here. It's fine. Robin, do you have 2 blocks? Can you use 2 blocks? Yeah, that's better. Good. Now draw the left hip back and take your right foot a little bit more to the right edge of your mat. Yes. Now draw your left hip back. Left hip. Yeah. And then see if that helps you drop forward. Now straighten your back leg. Whew. If you widen your base, it'll make it a little bit easier for you to drop forward. Widen your base. So your base is your feet. So widen your base. Yeah. And then from there, hands to the ground, step back, down dog. Good. Then we're going to drop to the knees and then lift up. Arms coming up. And we're going to open the heart. Open. Drop your arms down. So you're literally dropping down like this. Open the chest. Turn your thumbs down. Take your fingers behind you for Ustrasana. Now, you can do this. I'm doing my fingertips here, but you could do fists. Fingertips up and open the chest. Look up. If you're a little more flexible, you can come to the heels. but it's fine. You can just stay here. No big deal. Draw your navel in. Look up. Open your heart up. Stillness. Then release. Inhale. Good. We're going to drop forward. You're going to reach out. Take your knees back. Drop your chest down. Then shift forward. Pull your hands in and slowly lower. Good. Bending your knees. Reach back behind you. Grab your heels or your ankles. Just below your heels. Flex your feet. And then lift up. Then release from there. Hands to the ground. Push back. Curl your toes under and release back. Forehead down. And then from there, coming back into a crawling position, extend your right leg with your left arm. Reach back, grab your foot, lift, look up. From there, release, push back, three-legged dog. Move very slow and deliberately as if you are moving from stillness. Then stepping forward, warrior one again. Coming up. Moving from stillness. Go into stillness in the pose. Deepen into the right knee. Deepen. Then folding over that leg. Take it into that forward fold. Use a block if you need to. Now we are adding on here. So if you are using a block, it goes on to that big toe side of your foot in the front leg. And then stack, turn, rotate your body, stack. Right shoulder on top of the left. Straighten your legs. Parvarita Trikonasana. Release there. Good, and now we're going to reach forward with the right hand above the right foot. You might need to take a block with you. We are changing our hip position, so this is tricky. Go slow, you guys. You don't want to be overactive in it. You slide the back leg in, and now we completely open to the other direction. Now we open up. And turn your head and look to the side. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. From there, with control, move slow. Slide back into Trikonasana. Oh yeah. Draw your navel in. Swing the arm around. And step back down dog. Hold it. Drop down onto your knees. And now extending the left leg with the right arm. Reach back, grab your foot. Lift. Look up. Right hand goes down. Reach back. Three-legged dog. Step that leg forward. Warrior one. Open up the chest. Bend the knee. Think about stillness. We're not over-efforting in this practice because we want to bring in more of a Sattvic way of moving. Move from stillness. Then straightening the leg very slowly. Slowly lower. And you can use a block here, you guys. Okay, no big deal. Now, if you are using a block, remember we have an add-on here. So you're going to take your block starting out on the big toe side of the foot. Eventually, you can go to the baby toe side, straightening the leg, and then revolving your torso, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right. Reach. Swinging that arm around. And then very slowly, you're going to move, if you're using a block, right in front of that front foot. Shift forward and then take that same arm to the front leg, out on that block. And we are changing the direction of our torso. Get super strong and stable. Slide your back leg in. And then begin to lift the back leg up. Get strong here. Then stack now the other arm on top. Ardha Chandrasana. And then if you feel stable, turn your head to the side. With control, slowly lower and slide back into Trikonasana. Straighten those legs. Keep that torso lined up with the front leg. Moving from stillness, swing the upper arm around. And step back into down dog. Drop down onto your knees. And again, we're going to come up, all the way up. Reach, pull, open the chest. Draw your navel in, turn your thumbs, fingertips to the low back. Or you can take your hands here to your heels. Nice. Look up. Then releasing out of that, shift your hips back. You're going to release. Take your arms forward. Now I want you to reach a little bit further out and drop your forehead and your chest down. Then going forward, slowly lower. Bend your knees. Grab below the ankles. Flex your feet. Lift. Try not to let the knees turn out. Keep them in. Then release. Push up. And again, you're going to just curl your toes under and shift your hips back. Drop your forehead down. Release your low back. Rocking your hands to the right side to open up the left rib cage. You're reaching with that left hand. Turn your head. And then walking your hands forward and going to the other side. And again, you're reaching now with the right hand. Turn your head. Good, and then from there, coming back into the center, and we're gonna come back into down dog. So pushing back. Right leg is gonna come forward, and we're gonna drop it into pigeon, pulling the knee a little bit more to the right beyond the hip, sliding the left leg back, and dropping down. Relax your head. Now you might need a blanket for this next part. That's fine. If you do have a blanket close by, you're gonna grab it and place it underneath your right glute. And then swing the left leg around and pull the left leg up. So I'm pulling the blanket now underneath the left glute, and that left foot goes all the way up into half lotus. Pull it all the way up. Then you're going to rotate. So the top leg, you rotate towards it. Now, if you need to modify, you can bring the foot onto a block. No problem. But I want that top leg to be in some variation of half lotus. And then you're twisting towards the top leg. Good. Then from there, releasing, you're going to take that top leg back into pigeon. Release down again. Remember, moving from stillness. Then from there, step back, down dog. Now the left leg comes forward, and you want to turn the knee out a little bit beyond the hip. Slide your right leg back and lower. Now, if you have a blanket, you're going to pull it around, place it underneath the left glutes. Right, it's going to slide underneath both sit bones here pretty quick. Then your back leg swings forward, and as you do that, you're then going to pull the blanket underneath both sit bones, and your top leg now goes into half lotus, or some variation of it. So you can go onto a block, and then you turn towards the top leg. Good, and then that top leg swings back around behind you. Nice, and you drop back into pigeon. Relax your head. Okay, and then from there, you're going to swing your back leg forward, and we're going into shoulder stand, so Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana is going to help open up everything from the chest up. So it is really great for moving our subtle forces up, opening up the upper channels. So we move back. If you need to modify, variation 1 is going to be with a block, and you hold yourself there. Variation 2, you support your low back with your hands, and you are hinged at your hips. Variation 3, you go up a little higher with the legs, straighten them out. And then hold. Whatever variation works for you, you hold. Do not turn your head. Stay. Sarvangasana. Good, and then from there, now you're going to go into plow. If you cannot touch your feet to the ground, you're going to bend your knees like this. Or you take your feet to the ground, straighten your legs. Or if you cannot do plow, halasana, you're going to go into a forward fold. Okay? Any of those versions, energetically, they're the same. All right, and then slowly, slowly unraveling, you're going to lay flat on your back, draw your knees in, go to the right. Then go to the left. Then bringing your legs down, going into bridge just to release and neutralize the pelvis. And then slowly release and going into Shavasana, corpse pose. So again, cultivating stillness, complete relaxation. Cover your eyes, get warm, and rest there. All right, and then begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, and then gently roll to your right side. Bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We are going to be holding stillness for a moment, so bringing your hands together and connecting your thumbs to your heart. Close your eyes. Move into complete stillness and silence. Begin to feel your breath as if it's moving in and out of the heart where your thumbs connect. Begin to feel your heart lifting with the breath. Begin to feel yourself being lifted upward, as if the sun is encouraging you to reach towards it. Imagine that the sun is out, it's warm, and you want to open yourself up to that warmth, to that radiance, to that energy. Begin to feel yourself expanding towards the light of the sun, towards the purity of the energy, the radiance. Feel all tension, all inertia fall away, be absorbed by the earth. Feel all that overactivity, overstimulation begin to soften and merge upward towards the sun, towards the light. Let your body, let your mind, let your own awareness and consciousness rest in that stillness, in that Sattvic energy. Let the body relax and open up. Receive. And may you feel uplifted, clear, full of light. Namaste.